On this Portuguese food tour, we kick off at the iconic local place known for its eclairs, then we continue to Matosinha neighborhood, famous for its fresh fish and incredible seafood, trying some of the local produce. After that, we jump on the train and head to the historical town of Guimarães to try some incredible small plates and other foods. After that, we are back in Porto for some more incredible Portuguese food. So, let's begin. Behind me is Leitaria da Quinta do Paco, and this place is more than 100 years old, and they're very famous for their eclairs, but they also have some savory brunch options, and this will be our first stop in Porto. We got seated, we made our orders, and our eyes popped out when we saw all these delicious eclairs in that display. And this is a traditional, iconic place of Porto, 105 years of existence. It started as a dairy shop, then it expanded its production to eclairs, then it also became famous for its unmatched whipped cream, and the rest is history. I ordered a brunch classico, and this is a homemade bread, nice and crunchy, with some scrambled eggs, and then some very nice smelling bacon on top. We also got many different eclairs, but we'll deal with them later. Let's start with this brunch classico. Brunch classico, nice and fresh. Let's go with the first bite. The bread is quite nice, a bit crunchy on the outside. Eggs, standard scrambled eggs, and then some very nice quality bacon. Cheers. That brunch was quite a warm-up for the main thing, the eclairs, and I will start off with this whipped cream stuffed and then topped with lemon glaze eclair. This in-house made whipped cream is absolutely gorgeous. Eclair pastry, perfect, fresh, and then this sweet and acidic taste of lemon glaze makes it a perfect dessert. While I was eating my brunch, most of the eclairs got decimated by my kids and wife, so we had to order some more. And we got a new batch, and this is the classic one, so let's try the classic eclair. The classic one is very nice, again, nice pastry, nice whipped cream, but kind of falls behind that lemon one. That one was just perfect. Still, very good eclair. Next one to try is red berry jam eclair. Again, that fantastic combination of sweet and acidic. The jam is a bit sweet, it's acidic, it's refreshing. Again, the pastry, the whipped cream, the total package. The next one is Duchesse Fios de Ovos, and this is the shreds of egg yolk on top, and this one has twice the whipped cream. The red color comes from that roseberry eclair that I just tried, and let's go with this one as well. Quite different. Again, the abundance of whipped cream, and then these savory shreds of egg yolk. Very, very interesting eclair. What an incredible start of the day in Porto, trying all these foods, all these eclairs, and we ate, I think, around 20 different items, most of them eclairs. Such a long tradition, such a great place. But now, of course, we continue to our next spot. We are in Matosinhos neighborhood, and this was once a fisherman's village, but now is a famous neighborhood of Porto for its seafood, seafood restaurants, seafood market. You want some fresh seafood, this is the place. And behind me is Restaurante Serpa Pinto, and this will be our lunch destination. So let's check them out. Before we dive into that seafood, we got some starters and we got several soups. I got caldo verde, my wife got fish soup, and for kids we got sopa legumi, all the local typical soups. And caldo verde famous for its green color, the green vegetable inside, and also chorizo, the sausage made with some red wine. Let's go. Nice, hot and very hearty soup. Nice taste of potato, kale, and of course the main ingredient is that very tasty chorizo. Cheers! I'll just quickly try my wife's fish soup as well. It has nice color, quite thick, and smells quite nice as well. Has these croutons on top. Quite strong taste and full of these fish bits. This is a proper soup for any fish lover. This is a very typical local fish restaurant, and as you can see they have a huge display here with crabs, with prawns, with seashells, clams, and some other seafood. Outside there is a fish fridge as well, and as you can see these crabs are not alive and kicking, but that's because they get all this seafood fresh in the morning, then they boil it, and then once you make your order they're going to finish the preparation. So this is how they do, this is the local principle, and we're gonna go in the kitchen, see how it's done, and then enjoy some of this great seafood. This lady is opening this crab bit by bit, and then she will break all the claws, all the legs, everything, so this is going to be easier for us to eat afterwards. The crab head gets stuffed with this salsa, and then the edible bits of brain are added. Also, she's gonna cut and open these very nice looking red lobsters. With the main platter we also got some clams, and they're simply prepared with a bit of garlic, olive oil, and some lemon juice. All these crustaceans are getting arranged on this huge platter. The prawns, the lobsters, the spider crab, some mussels as well, and I can't wait to try all of this.
Fazer uma laranja, Bela. Para cá, faz favor.
Our insane seafood platter is here. This is full of many goodies coming from the Atlantic Ocean, and we have this huge spider crab, we have a couple of lobsters, we also have an army of prawns, we have mussels, and I think that's all. The crab head is stuffed with a local mix, the local salsa made of bread, tomatoes, mayo, beer, and some other ingredients. and on top there are red bits of crab brain which are eaten, the rest is not eaten, and it's time to dig in. This is practically like a fish pate, all these different ingredients, bread, probably some fish as well, eggs, very spicy paprika, and of course these brain bits from crab. Quite a good treat for any seafood lover. Even though the choice is quite good, I couldn't wait to get my hands on this very juicy and tasty looking lobster. Nice and chunky bit of lobster tail, but let's go with the first bite. Very meaty, very sweet taste, nice, juicy. This is just a perfect lobster. Another chunky and juicy looking bit of lobster, and this time I will try it with this spicy mayo. This mayo really gives some kick to this lobster, and it's quite tasty as well. In between the seafood, some wine is good as well. Cheers. Nice, dry, not sparkling but almost there, and quite tasty. Cheers. Time to try the mussels, and I will also use this local salsa made of onion, parsley, peppers and olive oil. This salsa really improves the taste. That onion and everything else inside just gives that additional nice flavor to this mussel. I managed to clean this prawn, but I didn't manage to save the head juice. But anyway, straight from the Atlantic, cheers. Amazing taste. Again, juicy, a bit sweet, quite meaty, and quite nice. This was a Seafood Porto marathon, and we managed to get to the finish line. We couldn't finish absolutely everything, but we ate most of the things and we really enjoyed them. So, cheers. Very good and very tasty seafood feast at Serpa Pinto restaurant, but this will be it for this evening. And we continue tomorrow. We're going to Guimarães to try some local incredible foods. So, see you there. Good morning from Porto, but we are off to Guimarães. We are in the incredibly beautiful city of Guimarães in the north of Portugal, and we are starved since we missed our breakfast, so we are now looking for our lunch destination and hopefully to enjoy some great local foods. Behind me is Taverna Davo, and this will be our lunch destination in Guimarães. So let's go. We will also get a chance to see how the things are done in the kitchen. Tapas style small dishes, everything gets a proper amount of olive oil and some salt.
Ainda falta um quarto, para uma.
We got seated in this very charming, very cute looking local tavern with some quiet fado music playing in the background. And this place really has a character. Everything looks so nice, so authentic. We also had a chance to see how the things are done in the kitchen, and we ordered petiscos, these small plates with different stuff, salads and dishes. And we also got these traditional Portuguese fritters, the bacalhau, the cod ones, and these are pastries stuffed with meat. So let's dig in. As soon as they brought the salads in, there was that smell of fresh vegetable or fresh salad. So let's start with the cucumber. Nice and refreshing with a lot of sea salt. I suppose this is a local cucumber. Couple of more petiscos arrived, and these are chicken giblets. I can't wait to try them. Nice, soft, very tasty. There's very nice taste of paprika as well in this sauce that they were stewed in. Very, very good bite. Those chicken giblets were so tasty, but now it's time for some bacalhau. These are actually donut-like fritters stuffed with some cod meat. And these are quite fresh, nice, soft, juicy, incredible. The small plates just keep arriving, and we got aleira, the typical Portuguese white sausage. Then we got some pork ribs, and we also got some chunks of fried pork as well. So let's continue. This fried pork breaks just with a fork, and let's try it. Oh. The texture is so nice. It's so tender, it really breaks inside your mouth. And I suppose some wine is used as well for frying this pork. Amazing. I got the one with a little bit of fat on it. Let's go. Nice and simple, but perfect pork meat.
Sede.
Traditional Portuguese sausage aleira, and made of different meats, and this one is completely crumbly, very soft inside, threads of different meats. So let's try it. I got goosebumps after trying this sausage. I don't know if it's only sausage or maybe this fado music as well, but this is so tasty, so soft, tender. These different meats, different flavors combining inside. This is an incredible sausage, and I think the first of this kind that I've tried. Cheers. This sausage definitely deserves another bite before I continue. Another interesting petisco are these pork ribs, so let's try them. The meat is falling off the bone completely. There is a strong taste of red wine which was used to stew these ribs. Another incredible small dish. I almost forgot to try this fritter stuffed with some beef. Like everything else so far, nice, fresh and very tasty. Our ahoj tomato, the rice with tomato is here, also with some cod fritters on the side. So let's go with this. Hoj tomato, smoking hot rice and tomato, served with these cod fritters. These cod fritters are a little bit different than those typical ones. The typical ones are more juicy, but that's why the rice here kicks in and helps. Rice is quite juicy, quite tasty, perfectly cooked. Then this tomato sauce is so tasty. And also there's a lot of vegetable inside that gives that additional crunch. Incredible. To be honest, I prefer this rice on its own. It's so good, so tasty. All this vegetable inside. Perfect. We also got a meat substitute for those cod fritters to go with rice, and this is a schnitzel type battered and fried meat. This is definitely veal or beef. It's very tender, perfectly prepared, and another very tasty small dish here. But I will finish this lunch with aleira, the famous local sausage, and you can see just how there are different bits of meat inside, several different meats, and also the texture, everything. This sausage is truly incredible. Such an incredible lunch at Taverna Davo. Those petiscos, the small dishes, they were so tasty, so good. That sausage, pork, then the rice in the end. You don't know which one was better from the previous one. And also the service was quite good and affordable as well. This was such a great lunch in the heart of Guimarães. We made a quick stop at this very small but very cute place called Lojinha to try some incredible hot chocolate. After some sightseeing and that hot chocolate, we decided that it's adults' time for something sweet as well. And we went to Fleur de Vanille, and this is one exquisite shop making some very exquisite cakes. These cakes have fine dining level, and we opted for a couple of them. My wife went for strawberry yogurt mousse with different fruits, and I went for some fine-tuned version of eclair. This eclair is bursting full with vanilla cream. As soon as I touched it with knife, it started bursting out, and there's some sweet glaze on top and some whipped cream. Let's go. This choux pastry was made and baked up to perfection. Then the glaze is made out of almond paste, and the vanilla cream is absolutely perfect. Not too sweet, nice, cool and refreshing. This is probably the best eclair that I ever tried. Cheers! This place looks quite classy. It's on a bit pricey side as well, but my wife tells me that her cakes was absolutely amazing, and I can vouch for this eclair. So definitely worth coming to this shop. astonishingly beautiful medieval town of Guimarães, and the food was quite incredible as well. But we head back to Porto now to finish our Portuguese food tour. I am at Tasquinha do Alex, and this place is quite busy. I think this is the young people's choice. The prices are quite low, the food is local, typical, and there's a crowd of people, young people outside, drinking, eating. But anyway, I got a side position. I'm gonna check the menu and see what I'm going to order. Good news for myself, I got upgraded with this small side table and now I'm ready to start. My order came quite quickly, they work quite fast, and I got the traditional chorizo, the sausage on flame, I got bifana, of course, I got some of the hand-cut local chips, and I also got rissóis, the local fritters, one stuffed with chicken, the middle one with pork, and this one stuffed with mushrooms. Of course, there is a full pint of Super Bock, the local beer. Cheers! When you're grilling this sausage, you need to work fast, you need to turn it all the time, otherwise it will burn. But anyway, I think I managed to do a good job, so let's start with it first. The skin is very thin, very crunchy. The inside is with the fatty bits, with the meaty bits, a lot of paprika, some spices, very nice and tasty chorizo. I think the trademark of this chorizo is that crunch on the skin. It's really incredible, and also it has been pre-cut, so it's quite convenient once you start eating it. I have to go with the fries next while they're hot. Of course, ketchup and mayo are provided with the fries, and as you can see, the shape is quite different. These are proper homemade fries, very tasty, so delicious. Some Super Bock to help on the way. Saúde. Coming straight from that pot over there, constantly stewing this meat. The bread was dipped a little bit on this side, so let's go. Bifana is quite a discovery for me. I expected yet another simple sandwich, but no, this is something completely different. So tasty, so good. And this sauce is a mix of piri piri, some beer, wine and some other ingredients and spices. This meat is also quite tender, so tasty, being cooked and stewed in that sauce for hours. The only thing I wish is that this bread was completely soaked in that sauce, not only the part of it. Cheers. Some more of these incredible fries while they are still warm. Whether on their own with mayo or ketchup, they're great. That nice and starchy taste inside of a real potato, a bit crunchy on the outside, a bit salty. Perfect. Let's go now with these fritters. As they told me, the chicken stuffed one is more of a Brazilian influence, but nonetheless the package is Portuguese. The chicken is so soft, so tender. It's like pulled chicken inside. Again, flavors, spices, it's really incredible. And then of course the crunchy skin on the outside, another perfection. The pork stuffed triangle is next. These things are repeating themselves. Again, very soft, tender, but this one juicy, quite juicy. And then these spices that remind of bifana. Incredible. Last thing to try is this fritter stuffed with mushrooms. Let's go. Quite good taste, and there's also some pesto sauce inside, quite warm, nice, crunchy on the outside. Perfect. I can never say no to these fries. And for a farewell, I got this special drink on the house, and this is bagaço com mel. This is the leftover when you make wine, and this alcoholic drink is then mixed with honey. Cheers. Oh, wow. This packs a punch. It's quite strong, nice, tasty. Saúde. This was some crazy busy and hectic place. The kitchen is working non-stop, dishing out some amazing food. More and more people coming in. The food was great, quite cheap, good vibes, and this is what it's all about. And with this, we also end our food tour of Portugal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, all the best.